We are just about 4 miles off the shore of Lake Erie at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Buffalo Bills. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And we are underway in Buffalo. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2018 draft, the Oklahoma Sooner, Baker Mayfield.
And what a career resurgence for Baker Mayfield. He went from being a discarded starter to a Pro Bowl quarterback, and he's coming off a year where he set career highs in passing yards, touchdowns, and completion percentage. But best of all, the ultimate leader for his ball club.
On the ground, it's Irving to start the drive. Sheds off the tackle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
That's good for a first down.
Okay, let's do our version of name dropping here. Let's show off a little knowledge, right? The A-gap, the gap between the center and the guard on either side, right? Both sides. Control that, you're going to control an inside running game.
And he had to feel satisfied because he hit that gap, broke the contact. He loves that.
That's the best part, right? That's what he's going to ask the coach to run back on film.
Let me see that one more time.
Show that again, coach. Look how my legs kept churning. I just kept moving, and he did to the tune of a big game.
Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
2nd and 7. Mayfield looks to throw. There's a short one taken in by Otten. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Mayfield going to take it on the sneak. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
To throw, Mayfield. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. They'll try and run here with Irving. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
A gain of 9 yards. And a first down. First and goal, Tampa Bay.
A stop there on third. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on first and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack him because right now they'll probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on third down.
41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's good, hard running right there on first and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
From the 2 now, second and goal. Now Mayfield running left on the option. And he's going to be shot back short of the goal line. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. They tried to catch him by surprise there on third down, but this defense, they were all over the jet sweep.
And it's oftentimes all about what you're doing on the backside of the defense, whether it's the defensive end or the outside backer, who's setting the edge. And if they don't get blown off the line of scrimmage, they can really wreck a play. And in this case, they were able to make the tackle for a loss as a result.
And his kick here is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the fourth quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
After the made field goal, here's McLaughlin back out there to kick it away. Oh, what a move. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And prior to last season, his team asked him to put everyone on his back and carry them to success, and he did exactly that. Now, at this point in his career, all he cares about is postseason success and finding a way to get his team to a Super Bowl.
From the gun, it's Allen. Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Following the interception, Mayfield firing quickly here, and that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Mayfield down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and goal at the 10-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
They go play action. Mayfield out to the right here to Shepard. He'll get only 2 there, and it's second and goal.
A pickup of 2 brings up second and goal at the 8-yard line.
Baker going to give it to Irving. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. This a 27-yard attempt here. And his kick is good. And that will make it 6-0. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So a couple of field goals now. 6-0 our score as the kick's away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And they put it on the ground here on the second drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it's the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lackadaisical because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
On 1st and 10, here's Irving. Down to the 41.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7. Mayfield. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets it down to the 32. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to the zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Mayfield to throw it. That is caught. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Tampa Bay.
As you know, so many things in the passing game are based on yardage. Sometimes it's just based on timing, and that's what we saw right there on that play. 3rd and 3, just get the ball right to the receiver.
Is the hitch route. Tell us, what is the hitch route?
Yeah, just take really one step, like you're driving off the line of scrimmage, get the defensive back on his heels, get the ball out to the receiver, and he does the rest.
46 yards rushing for him now to this point. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game.
Sterling Shepard from 8 yards out, and they're able to add on to their advantage.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And this is up, it's through, and extends their first quarter lead to 13-0. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Dances by him. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And he's got some space here. And all the way down to the 35. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
As always, no rooting interest here. But that was pretty, wasn't it? To see him break through and then pick up his stride.
Yeah, the guy carrying the ball loves it. I think the O-line, they might like and take more satisfaction out of those runs than anybody else, though, right?
Without a doubt, because they're the ones that often have created it.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. The slot man in motion right. Here's Allen. That's taken in. It's Keon Coleman. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 20-yard line. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
First trip to the red zone for the Bills. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Now Allen off the bootleg. That's caught by Kincaid, working the middle of the field. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And the Bills are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Cook fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Davis trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Allen now on the sneak. And he takes it in across the track for a Bills touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Bills have cut it back within a score.
And this is something right out of the Philadelphia playbook. They were successful running this with Jalen Hurts. But this is a copycat league, so if it works for them, everyone thinks it'll probably work for us. And here, it does.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. And that'll make it 13-7. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was Josh Allen using his legs to polish things off. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Tampa Bay offense set to go again. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start on the ground with Irving. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 82 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
All right, partner, keep adding up the yardage. My man is off to a big-time start in this one.
Oh, yeah, you know, when these guys get a first-quarter run like that, they're thinking, all right, now I'm going to get a second, third, and fourth-quarter run like that, correct?
Have you ever seen a guy have a run like that and feel good about himself and then tap out and want to come out of the game?
No.
No, he wants the ball some more, doesn't he?
Yeah. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now Mayfield. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here's Mayfield. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Mayfield showing he can be fleet of foot, picking up the 1st down.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Now a give, Irving running right. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Buccaneers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
In motion, the tight end. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Irving. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
This 2nd and 4. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. Did he get the feet down? Yes! Touchdown! Sterling Shepard with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Buccaneers are able to extend their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And the lead is now 13. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Allen Setting up the screen for Cook. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
And not that the coach asked me, but I do like the call there to start the drive, looking for something maybe to jumpstart this offense. And they decided to run a little screen play, maybe give their running back a little bit of space. Mission accomplished. He turns that into good yardage and a quick first down.
Now Allen. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And after the nice stiff arm, the next wave swarms in quickly for the stop.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5. From midfield, here's Allen. He's able to get it to Coleman. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
And maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time and a first down.
Allen going to throw. He'll dump this off to Cook.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. This taken in by Kincaid. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Throwing now is Allen. And complete right side to Cook. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Bills are back within a score. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Now Prater to add the PAT. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14.
Makes the score Buccaneers.
So that drive 6 plays, 75 yards. And it was James Cook finishing things off with a touchdown catch. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers offense and their running back, Bucky Irving, getting ready to go back to work. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, and they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Once again, it's Irving. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Mayfield looks to throw. And it's a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He's thankful right now for that sideline because it could have been a fumble loss, instead just a fumble, though they will have to punt it down.
You're right about that, but do you think there's ever been a player happier to see his own punter go on the field than him?
No.
I mean, not at all, right? How fortunate is he that they got a chance to punt it away, and it's not just a turnover at the spot.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here comes Josh Allen and the Bills offense back onto the field. Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watched the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, the ball never hits the ground there either.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Well, he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. From the gun, it's Allen. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Bills 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Allen going to run with it. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 34-yard line.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 60 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard
Partner, there are strong
line.
running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and 1st down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
At the Buccaneers' 18-yard line.
Now 2nd and 3. Now Allen. They'll get this over the middle here to Palmer. And the Bills are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. Here's Allen to throw it. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Bills have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits were on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
Prater on to add the extra point. And with that, his guys take the lead here by a point. That time, a 9-play drive. And it was Josh Allen using his legs to polish things off. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Mayfield down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. It's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. This is fielded at the 27. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. Nothing fancy there, a little smash-mouth football right up the gut on the dime, and it turns into a huge play.
You talk about the fastest way to the secondary. Right up the gut as you described, and sprinted into the secondary for a long, long run.
They run again on first down. Cook. And able to elude one tackler, but only gets this back to the line of scrimmage.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
2nd and 9. Allen now looks to throw. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Keon Coleman, a 20-yard touchdown, as his guys are able to extend their lead. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Prater for the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down. A gain of 19 yards. And a Buccaneer first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in his zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
They'll stay on the ground with Irving. To the 36-yard line, stop there.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. He's got his receiver. That's Ibuka. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
3rd and 6.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. throwing. Mayfield. He'll try and do this himself. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Now that's a quarterback who's in charge out there right now. Wants to throw the ball on third down, doesn't find anyone open, tucks it away, takes off, and picks up the first down. Not by a little, but by plenty.
A run up the middle with Irving. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
To throw, Mayfield. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Mayfield to throw it. Now he's going to step up and run. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now they send a man in motion right. Now Mayfield. They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. And the Bills are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
The Bills ready to take over. So after the INT, it's Allen. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Completes to Shakir once again. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And now it's 3rd and 3.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
That is caught. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
At the 48-yard line.
Allen. Shakir hauls it in.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. Motion man is Shakir. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
At the 40-yard line.
Allen to throw once more. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
To the air. Allen completes it to Coleman. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 15-yard line. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. Prater's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These 2 defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Allen going to get it quickly out to Coleman. Calling a gain of a yard, and it'll be second down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 27-yard line.
To throw, it's Allen. That's completed right side to Palmer. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
After another impressive run, the question has to be asked, how do you slow these guys down running the football? I think they're going to try and get more people to the point of attack, try and get more people to the line of scrimmage, almost use a variety of run blitzes in order to try and get it done.
Allen off the play fake. Has his man, it's Shakir. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 36. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And the Bills, first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set them up first and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense is getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll run with Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Here's Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Keon Coleman, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point good by Prater. And the lead is up to 18 now. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And able to get this out to the 25. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
To the left side, he gets this one to Ibuka. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Running the toss to Irvin. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Mayfield now from the 50. This is Shepard on the catch. He's got room at the 30. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
What a game he's having. They've not been able to stop him or even slow him down. He's got 2 touchdowns already. That could have been a third. He's got the secondary coach asking people for answers. Can you help me out? Because we are not slowing him down.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Here's Mayfield. He's got Otten. 2 yards on the pickup there. 3rd and 7 now.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Mayfield. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Chase McLaughlin on for the field goal. A 34-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
After the made field goal, here's McLaughlin back out there to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. He really continues to pick apart this defense. Last drive, perfect, and it culminated in his 3rd touchdown pass.
As long as we've been doing this, how many times has a player in this type of a zone described the game as really slowed down?
Yep.
So right now, instead of warp speed, it's
snail's pace.
Oh, snail's pace for him, and he can do whatever he wants. Feels like he has all the time in the world to throw the ball, and his offensive line has been giving him that.
And he's going to have a Bills first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 39.
It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Now Allen. Call it a loss of 12 that time. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
A big loss on the play. Brings up second down.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go to the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
The Bills send the punter out. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Now, quick throw caught by Godwin. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 7 at the 19-yard line.
Mayfield looks to throw. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. 3rd and 7 now.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mayfield down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11, 1st down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
A shotgun handoff here to Irving. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
Buccaneers, 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
First carry for Rachaad White. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing, but he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now, making some big-time plays, getting into the offensive backfield and spilling everything.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
Throwing, Mayfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, Mayfield. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you. And in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And the deficit will hold at 15.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Bills offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And the Bills, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38.
He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football, and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
Looking on the out route, he finds Shakir. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's another 1st down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Allen going to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
And that's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks, and you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
He'll get this over the middle here to Palmer. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Yeah, he's got it. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll run for it. Cook. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. Cook turned away on 4th and goal. And the Bucs defense, they'll celebrate the goal line stand. Well, they knew who to turn to on 4th down. Their horse, they needed the short yardage. He just couldn't get it.
And that's the surprise, because normally that's bread and butter for them, right? Hand it to the big guy, let him go, pick up the first down. Didn't get it there. All credit to the defense. Usually, even if they know he's coming, he can't be stopped, and they got it done on that play.
Out of his end zone, Mayfield. Open man is Ibuka. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brought down back at the 14-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. Mayfield to throw it. That's caught. It's a rookie from Oregon. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Complete to Tez Johnson. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Pick it up. You're embarrassing us.
Come on, guys.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now Mayfield. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
But that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down.
The punt team and Vernon out there as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. The Bills' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. And they run the option on 2nd down. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
Allen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo 1st.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
On play action, Allen. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. From the gun, it's Allen. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Allen again. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And 10.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Allen going to run with it. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And that will keep this a 15-point game. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that too, but it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Quick throw there is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards the pickup there.
23 yards.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. There's a short one taken in by Otten. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve, throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
That's complete left side to Shepard. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Here's Mayfield. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
5 yards brings up 3rd and goal.
Mayfield. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Buccaneers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So this is now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. And it's good, so that will get them back within 1 score. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's Chris Godwin who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Beginning this series with a handoff to Cook. How he got away from that first tackler, no idea, but he did, and it winds up with positive yardage.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
Throwing now is Allen. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Allen. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Quick throw here by Allen, complete. And he is going to have the Bills first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Cook up the gut. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1. At the 10-yard line.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Up the middle, it's Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all,
touchdown! Elijah Moore, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here this 4th quarter. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Now Prater to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 15 now. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was finished off by Elijah Moore on the touchdown reception. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Bucs offense and veteran Chris Godwin getting set for this next drive. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Throwing, Mayfield. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
Mayfield down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as well.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Godwin, the motion man. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allowed to convert on 4th and long.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down. Trailing in the 4th quarter, they got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
To throw, Mayfield. He's got his receiver. That's Ibuka. And they get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 12-yard line. A good pickup there, 22.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
Mayfield to throw it. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that will bring up second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. And that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Here's White. They set up the screen. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Rashad White from 3 yards out. And the Buccaneers are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, this is really simple. Let's just say it. This quarterback is on fire. Touchdown after touchdown throwing the football. What a day for him.
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A 10-play drive that time. And it was all finished off by a touchdown catch from Rashad White. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And now out come the Bills. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Now 2nd and 9. Allen going to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. The Bills on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 9. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. The visitors' offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively. This is 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Out route, and the ball is caught by Godwin. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Here's 2nd down. Mayfield to throw. Finds White.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
4 yards. Complete to Rashad White. A 4-yard pickup on the play. First down, Tampa Bay.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Mayfield. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
10 yards on
Nice, well coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
Now 2nd down and a few inches. Mayfield. To Shepard, complete over the middle. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Now Mayfield. There's a short one taken in by Otten.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Complete to Cade Otten. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 26-yard line.
Here comes 2nd down. Here's Baker. Over the middle, complete. That's Shepard. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Buccaneers.
Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. Down inside the 10. And the Bucs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
14 yards.
He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Run flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
Here's 1st and goal. Mayfield. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Defensively now, one more play to stop. What are they looking for?
You want to take away their #1 running option that you scouted and take away their #1 receiver and see if someone else can beat you.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. One last shot from Mayfield here. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Down to their final play. They've got to get in the end zone. That's part 1. Part 2, the 2-point conversion.
Throw the 2-point conversion right out of their mind. That's what they have to do. What you said is accurate. In the end zone, have to score a touchdown for that to even matter.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. And this is going to be caught on the final play, a touchdown. How about that? And a 2-point conversion now will send us to overtime.
We'll break down the touchdown later. It's two-point conversion time. Go to your script, pick your play, and go for it.
No time on the clock. Are we going to overtime, or does it end right here?
Set up for the two-point conversion.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. That's caught. And it is caught. They got it. So a touchdown and the two-point conversion with no time remaining. And we're off to overtime. So the Bucs going to have a chance to go down and win it. They'll get the ball first here in overtime. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And the momentum just continuing to build and build for them. They had the touchdown, their last drive to tie the game. Now their defense does its job. And Charles, all of a sudden, they've got a chance to capture the lead here.
And we're seeing a really nice exhibition of what coaches love to call complementary football. Offense gets a tie, defense does its job, gets the ball right back, and their teammates now have momentum. What a nice job they're doing, all doing it together.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
A gain of 14. First down, Tampa Bay.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
The first throw in overtime for Mayfield now. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2 at the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second and a couple. They run straight ahead here with White. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, second and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Now Mayfield. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They defer to White out of the shotgun. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7. Here's Mayfield. He'll try and do this himself. And this is a touchdown. Now, it's not over yet, but they draw first blood here in this overtime.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spy? But they have to come up with options because right now, he's hurting them.
McLaughlin for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Buccaneers 52.
So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And a long run there in the end to top it off. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call, but when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to him. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them in overtime.
15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
That's another Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Charles, he's now over 400 yards passing in this one. It feels like he has a zillion completions. Just a very memorable effort from a guy that we thought could be in line for a big game, and he has exceeded our expectations.
That he has, and I'm not really surprised at all because when you look at this offensive unit, they are loaded across the board. And, of course, the guy throwing them, he's a big-time player himself. They brought it from start to finish and really helped get the better of the opposing secondary.
He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Brandon, is there any way you and I can join this quarterback in the zone he's in? He's absolutely feeling it. Touchdown after touchdown, throwing the ball.
Prater on to add the extra point. And his kick is good. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was all polished off with a Khalil Shakir touchdown catch. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll start here with a handoff to White. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Each team's had it in overtime, so next score wins. Here's 2nd down. Mayfield. His throw incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. He'll look to throw. There's a short one taken in by Otten. And he's going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a tip of the cap to the man under center, Charles. He just went over 400 yards passing in this ball game. He's got the touchdown passes to boot, taking pretty good care of the ball. Just all around a really solid performance.
Yeah, just check, 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 and check, right? Because he certainly showed he was worthy of the trust that his team put in him. A handful of touchdowns to his credit thus far. Now he's just crossing off yardage milestones, and win or lose, his name has to be in serious discussion for player of the game.
Back-to-back completions, and that puts them in enemy territory.
And we're always looking for that elusive term, momentum, aren't we? And I think they're building it with the back-to-back completions. Now they feel like they can either take a shot or continue to build it the way that they're doing now. Safe throws, get it to their playmakers, and see what happens.
Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Now, we all know that an offense coordinator and a quarterback, they're aligned at the hip. But when you've got a runner who can get you that kind of yardage, that guy's invaluable.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Opting to run again here with White. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer 1st. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Now the Bills will take another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. And it'll be a hot time in Ybor tonight. The Bucs have won the football game. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.